Anticipating on making this video. Whenever I'm in a funk, I always know that it's time for me to change something. No matter how spiritual or religious you may be, I feel like we all have this sense of fulfillment we need to examine. We all have this purpose that we really attach to who we are. And you can put up the argument that you're a teacher, mother, sister, like significant other. You can say all of these things, but at the end of the day, I feel like every individual has something that they were put on this earth to do. Maybe you have a different argument. I'd love to hear in the comments. But for me, I went through one of the most strenuous weeks last week. I got back from vacation, which I was blessed for, don't get me wrong. I got back from vacation and then immediately was slammed with paperwork. I think I worked like 2 12-hour days. I saw kids for like 6-7 hours and then just writing, staring at a computer screen. And at the end of that, I was like fried. And I know I'm not the only person that's ever dealt with this. And it makes you question, why are you here? I want to give a little disclaimer that having an existential crisis or questioning what your purpose is makes you a normal human. I think it is a rite of passage. Some symptoms of a lack of purpose, and I wrote this down in a recent blog post. I will put it in the link below. But again, that lack of direction. Where are you going in your life? A lot of people have clear goals that they always reflect on, and where are yours? Feeling of emptiness. Where do you place your heart? Do you feel like things are making you happy? Do you feel apathetic where nothing can really bring you joy, things that you used to enjoy in the past? I think that goes hand in hand with how depression and anxiety can also be symptoms of something you may be going through, that lack of purpose. You might be anxious and on your feet, or you might feel like depressed where I have no reason to get out of bed every day. This could show up as lack of self-esteem or self-worth. Again, why am I here? It could be show up as procrastination, lack of motivation. I think for me, whenever I get to this point, I get task paralysis and I am sitting at a screen and have all these things I need to do, but where do I target first? This is also, again, a type of fight, flight, or freeze. When you're frozen, it's like your body telling you, like, I am just this close to shutting down. There's nothing more for me to do than stay still. I think you really need to look within when you are dealing with existential crises. Self-reflection is huge, and I use journaling as a big facilitator when it comes to growth in this area. I have 4 questions that you should evaluate. The first, I guess it shouldn't really be a question. What thoughts and feelings come up throughout your day? An example is I might be sitting at my desk and know, I have an appointment in 3 minutes. I don't want to do this today. This isn't what I want to do. I want to lay in bed. And taking inventory of all those negative emotions. And then I'll also see, how did I actually feel in that session? Oh man, I love working with kids. This session's going awesome. I'm laughing a lot. I really enjoy this. Seeing where your thoughts are correlating to what actions or things happening in the environment can help you reassess and realign to where you're supposed to be. Again, another caveat. Remember that we're human. Sometimes our thoughts are biased. It's easier to sulk in that negative emotion than it is. So sometimes I go deeper than even a thought and I look at the feeling, how my body is feeling in that moment. So if I'm getting a ton of emails, I am all tense. I get my neck all distraught. It causes my migraines because my muscles, my traps, I hold my anxiety here, all my tension. But when I am doing an activity that I really like, when I am in a session that's going well or talking to a parent and I'm open, I'm receptive, I'm more relaxed, and that's because this is something that aligns with me. That's something that I feel most comfortable and confident doing. And so taking note of your body position, your heart rate, digestion, muscle tension, where your jaw is locked, this can help you get more clarity in these areas. Following up with that, what made you happy? What brings you joy? It's the idea to minimize what makes you unhappy and maximize what makes you happiest. And you could take note of what made you happy throughout the day, but I also want you to reflect on what made you happy growing up. Did you used to write a lot when you were growing up? Because I did. Did you used to play a sport and you love the mindset that you had of always working hard? Did you love painting, doing something very artistic? Were you good at academics and really like learning? And looking back at what you really enjoyed as a kid and growing up can help you reorient to where you're supposed to be now. I've been reading The Artist's Way, and something that you can really utilize in your everyday routines is asking yourself, what is something that if no one was watching or I was not being judged, what would I do? And that's what I asked myself when I even started this blog in the first place. I wanted to create content. I wanted to really be someone to connect with people and teach. And even though it's a big jump, you could feel more fulfilled. And for me, as an example, I'm not stopping anytime soon. And it has been kind of like salvation for me to have this blog, especially during like my chronic condition. This is going to help you add value to your life and align with your purpose. Number 3, what are you good at? And yes, this could be something that you're happy in. It's human nature to be happy when you're doing something you're good at, when you're getting that praise, when you're seeing success and milestones being met. But what are you good at? And this could be sports, academics, but what I've noticed is you have more momentum when you are going in the direction of something that you enjoy and something that you're good at. That multiplies your force tenfold. It's like you're watering something that you're good at, and you're going to grow that self-esteem. You're going to grow that motivation to continue doing well. And this is going to lead me really well into my last question. What do you love learning about? I feel like this ties all the questions best. Think of the topics that you gravitate towards. And so for me, that's always been like neuroscience, education, rewiring your brain. It has always been a little here and there spiritual, religious, but it's something that I think seeing empirical based research being published regarding this, and then seeing some of the tactics that I've used in my sessions, like intrinsic motivation and really helping the child picture themselves accomplishing things that they want and remembering why we're targeting these. And so I love learning about that. It makes me eager to pick up a book or buy a subscription regarding like speech pathology and neuroscience-based work or trauma-informed care. I am more eager to have those conversations, and I'm most knowledgeable in that area. Successful people were provided a question. If you had $100,000 or $1 million to spend on self-development coursework, where would that money go? Bucket A, would it be to something that you know nothing about? Bucket B, something that you're bad at but want to do better in? Or bucket C, something that you know you're already good at and want to continue to pursue? And about all of these successful people put their money in bucket C. They didn't distribute it across the 3. They didn't distribute it in bucket A and C. And there are, again, I love caveats. That's my word of the day. Of course, you can learn something within your field that you don't know. But again, that falls in bucket C. And there are ways that you can maintain and build skills that you're not good at, such as like interpersonal skills or money management. But again, that helps you grow to the future that you want to experience. At the end of the day, this allows you to be renowned in your field. And that's going to align best with your life purpose work. That's also what's going to help you be most successful and abundant with what you want to get out of life. Whether that be notoriety, money, experience. I do want to just reiterate, I recognize there are some instances that are difficult. I was someone who I've seen firsthand, like my grandmother falling to dementia and my mom having to like pick up everything to help take care of her. And I've seen like I had my own brain injury that really made it hard for me to excel in school, and I've had this autoimmune disease, and those are just to name a couple. I know people experience things such as like job loss and just job dissatisfaction, being in a unhealthy relationship. And at the end of the day, I want to remind you that this is going to be something that you make. It's going to build the foundation of that person you're going to end up being. Future you already has it figured out. I think of all the stuff that I've made it through, and like me right now, I'm so proud of little me for making it through that. And that doesn't negate anything that you've been through. But I'm always praying that future me is making it out alive. And I know that future me is like sending love back. And I am sending love to you if you are in any of those situations that I've named. Because I know it's not easy to see that there is an experience on the other side that is going to serve you so well. And I think being someone who has been through what I have has made me such a multidimensional human being. We all are, but it's made me more empathetic. It's made me look at learning from a very different angle, and that's going to give you your individuality in the field that you are looking to pursue. And for all you know, whatever you went through can help you realize what your self-purpose is so you can help others within society. All this to say, I am making a pivot with my life. I was looking at just where I was with Save Your Spoon, and I will always hold Save Your Spoon near and dear to my heart. If you're one of my friends listening, I had a couple really good friends, my best friends, make me a sweatshirt that says Save Your Spoon. I'll put a picture right here. And it was like warmed my heart because it shows the support. When you have a positive support system, when you have community, again, helps you accomplish your dreams tenfold. I would want that for everyone who is listening. And I've had friends say, I love like that you speak on chronic conditions. And I'm still going to speak on chronic conditions. I still experience symptoms on the daily. But I think through my mindset shift and loving learning, I have made the bounds that I have. And I have continued to test negative. I just retested again for my autoimmune disease. I think too, when I was looking at what can I post today? What can I talk today? I'm reaching for something rather than it coming naturally to me. And I think this just shows that we go through phases. Right now, I'm in a phase where I love learning. I love like educating. And I think what really helped me this past week was I laughed so much in my sessions. I had parents tell me how much they valued me and how the progress they've seen has been noted by other occupational therapists and physical therapists. I connect with parents and teachers, and I'm gratified that I have this opportunity, and I adore working with families, support systems, and caregivers. And I think my new endeavor is going to be to work on just self-development, but incorporating speech pathology, language development, child development, self-development in areas that serve you, and making sure that you're taking care of yourself as an adult, as a parent, as a caregiver, as an educator. I did not include this in any other thing that I wrote, but whenever I'm watching some speech therapists or like educators, I don't want to be the cutesy, welcome back. I would rather be the one that's going to keep it real with you and give you the knowledge to help you connect with your child best. I still will integrate some chronic conditions and chronic health. More and more people are being diagnosed with autoimmune diseases, and I don't think it's going away anytime soon. So my hope is to continue to share that information, but it will be alongside education, learning, speech pathology, neuroscience, mindset shifts. I am good at what I do, and I think the 4 questions that I've reported on is something that I've really took into consideration the past 2 weeks. I have made a transition to slowly from my Instagram and my Pinterest to Natalie Marie SLP. And I think just doing the big jump from Save Your Spoon to Natalie Marie SLP on my blog, and I'll link that down below, is kind of like the icing on the cake. I'm really excited to see where this goes. And if you are still listening, I have really appreciated the support from my friends, my family. It's crazy to think that I would have never imagined I'd be in this position 4 years ago, even 2 years ago when I was first diagnosed. I hope you enjoyed and had something to take away. I think that there are a lot of themes in the world going on. I know I'm not the only one in this position, so I needed to share this. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.